Oh yeah, there's this whole watch streak thing. Plus 450 channel points to Mortisvolt. Watch streak reach. Mortisvolt is currently on a 5-stream streak. What are you on now, Mythic? I don't have a hotkey to go over to this layout. And it still lags going over to this layout, but whatever. Oh, and I knew I was forgetting something else before the stream started. I forgot to turn the tracking on my camera. Apparently my thing is already open. I can go ahead and do that. This streak thing annoys me. Especially with a streamer like me that streams at completely random times whenever I have time available. Your streak is gonna get broken any day now. Imagine my stream goes down, I have the curse of Hallowland come back, my whole computer freezes, I restart, and I'm live for like 3 minutes, and you miss that stream. Say goodbye to your streak. I presume, I don't know how the streak works. I hope things are going well today, Mortis, Mythic, and Destine. How be things going? So, it is currently Friday, the 24th of October. It has now officially been a week since Hallowland started. This game has been out for a little while. People have, like, really sunk their teeth into it. I have still barely started this game. I am so far behind compared to what it seems like the whole interwebs is on, but, you know, I was kind of busy the day that it came out and just watching that last little bit at the end of the day. And then there was Hallowland where I watched just the tiniest little smidge, the tiniest little sprinkle right at the end. And this past week, I've been so busy with, work during the day, and then I've been busy with stuff after work during a lot of days. And it's occurring to me now how there's a decent few games that I plan on covering coming out soon. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted came out yesterday. I forgot about that, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna stream that as my Halloween game this year. And then I think it's next week, Thursday, is the release of Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. And then 2 weeks after that is the release of Kirby Air Riders. And then 2 weeks after that is the release of Metroid Prime 4. So, there's kind of a small new release this week that I'll probably just do during Halloween. And then next week onward, for 3 times in a row, there's a new game coming out every 2 weeks that I plan on covering. So, I kind of realized earlier today, looking at the calendar and seeing that, like, oh shit, I gotta get to playing games here. I'm gonna fall behind. I'm already behind on the Legend ZA. I'm kind of going crazy here. So, I gotta get on top of things. So, the 2 main playthroughs going on right now are both new releases. It's Pokemon Legends ZA and Ghost of Yote, one of which I'm having more fun with than the other, but I haven't sunk my teeth properly into this yet, so we'll see how it ends up going. So, this weekend, I plan on playing a decent bit of ZA and Ghost of Yote where I have time. So this is gonna be a weekend of gaming ZA and Yote, and making apple jam is what I'm gonna do. That's my big plan for this weekend. And I should probably switch my car tires over to winter tires. Isn't a bad idea either. Roll my winter tires, go out to the garage, and just slap them on there. Is what I plan on doing. Notification didn't go away until I pressed share. Music isn't as good as Legends Arceus music. But even if it's not as good, it can still be pretty friggin' amazing. Why do I have my 3D print cam on? I'm not 3D printing anything. Unless anyone has, like, any 3D print requests of a thing to be printing, like, during this playthrough. Like, I could always print another Pokeball. These are fun to print since they open up and stuff like that. These are definitely one of my favorite models to print. They're cool. I think I printed this on stream for another playthrough a little while back. I don't remember what it was. But unless anyone wants to see anything get 3D printed, probably just leave that off for now. I'll come up with something just because there's space to use here on the layout anyway, so may as well. I don't know what to print right now. But yeah, I've got a hot take about the main legendary theme. I think it's disappointing it doesn't fit the main legendary. Not a bad song, but it doesn't fit the main legendary. What, for Arceus' theme, or Dialga Palkia, or Giratina, or something or other? Some legendaries don't have remixes for their themes. With this game in general, in this game, or Legends Arceus, you were saying? This game might be my favorite Pokemon Switch game. I've heard that a lot of people are really enjoying this game. No, for the main legendary of this game. Oh, okay. I'll find out. I haven't seen all that much music. I've had one theme that continues to be blasted in, like, my YouTube recommendations to me over and over and over again. I'm not gonna say whose theme it is, because that's kind of spoilers, but a certain character's theme has been, like, recommended to me over and over and over again. I haven't clicked it. And a little bit before this stream, I would have started streaming like an hour and a half ago if I wasn't preparing new names for the layout there. So while I was preparing those names, I saw one recommendation that was like an orchestral remix of of a certain character's theme. So 5-stream watch streak for Mythic as well. Nice, nice. Wow, that doesn't show up in the chat down here. Interesting. So I haven't heard the original of this theme. I just heard an orchestral remix like half an hour ago. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Holy crap. And I'm kind of curious what the actual main game theme is going to be. Probably not as good. I think that people that do orchestral remixes on YouTube are freaking amazing. But if it's even a fraction of as hard, it makes me really want to play this game and really get further into it. That's the way to really get me into games, is through music. Like, I recently wrapped up Xenosaga Episode 1, and I really wasn't a big fan of it, but I can't stop rewatching the Xenosaga 2 trailer and just how amazing the music is with that and how well timed it is with the trailer. And now, despite genuinely not liking Xenosaga Episode 1, hopefully that's not too controversial to say there. It's too niche of a game, who cares? It makes me really, really want to play Xenosaga Episode 2. That's how you get me into a game, is through the music. Yeah, if it's who I think it's you're talking about, that is the best theme in the game. I can imagine it is if that orchestral remix was anything to go off of. Because, my god. And now I really want to play more Legends ZA and get to that theme. Again, that's how you get me into games. You show me amazing music, then I'm like, oh god, I gotta play and get to that point. Anyway, the reason why we're here at the beginning of this stream is I looked up out of curiosity, how do you get the Kanto starters? If that's a thing that you could even do in this game. Like if it was something similar to Pokemon X and Y. And the answer is yes, it is. The most recent research request that I received after doing the last story milestone lets you pick a... Oh, I just need to walk up. What's really funny is I was in this room between sessions off camera to get a goofy photo for my freaking League whatever account thing, whatever that thing is. I forget what it's called. My friggin' battle pass. And I didn't even notice the starters were in here. I came in here, I took a goofy photo, I left. I didn't even notice these guys were in here. I'm gonna be honest. I googled that, I was like, wait, they are? So I double checked right before this stream because I didn't see them in here before. It looks like I just never turned my camera that way. I just never noticed, which is kind of funny. Thanks for coming. I think my sound effects are slightly delayed. I think my capture card is bugging out again. I mean, I did set stuff up kind of haphazardly after HoloLand. It was literally right before this stream that I plugged in my secondary camera, my stream deck. There's a few things that I haven't had the time to set up again post HoloLand. I have a whole bunch of cables still just on the floor in the other room there that, you know, aren't essential for my computer at the moment, but it's a little bit of mayhem. I'm kind of stepping over things in my bedroom right now. I'll sort it out this weekend, but I've just not had time after work. I just, you know, unloaded everything back from HoloLand, and have you figured out what it is I need for you? Yeah, now the sound effects are synced again. I don't know why my capture card does that. I have absolutely no idea. Well now, that's a dull response, isn't it? Fine, if you're going to be so very boring, then I'll just get to the point. See, my predecessor left me with a little homework. He asked me to entrust some of his Pokemon to any interesting trainers I came across in my work. And despite your disappointing reaction just now, you're generally pretty interesting. Don't be shy. Go on and choose one. You probably can guess what the slot there is for now. Choose one of 3 Pokemon. That's a water-type Pokemon, Squirtle. So Squirtle's the one you want? Hold on. Don't be shy. Go on and choose one. But yeah, that's me with the Destiny 2 trailers. Even if I didn't like the expansion, the trailers go so incredibly hard. Yeah, a game can go, or a trailer could go absolutely hard for a game that kind of sucks. Look at day 1 Assassin's Creed Unity, how much that game sucked. And Assassin's Creed Unity is probably one of my favorite game trailers of all time. That's a fire-type Pokemon, Charmander. So Charmander's the one you want? I'm starting to think that Xenosaga Episode 2 might be another one of my new favorite game trailers. Like, I cannot stop myself from continuing to rewatch that trailer. It's really good. It's like 6 minutes long. It's long as heck. The voices are in Japanese. I have no idea what anyone is saying, but the cutscenes and the cinematics and the music go so hard that I don't care, and I can't stop rewatching the darn thing. Also, I will say the story of ZA is actually pretty well constructed. A lot gets explained properly. Okay. Like, so far the story, like, I've still just barely started this game, but so far this story has been, like, extremely unhinged, but in a genuinely entertaining way. Like, I feel like so many of the last Switch Pokemon games have had stories that are just like, oh yeah, typical stuff, typical. How the heck did that happen? This is not explained at all. What the heck? Huh? But this one is unhinged in, like, an entertaining way. Like, it's deliberately designed, like a parody of itself kind of thing. How crazy the characters are. Lumiose just breeds crazy. That's what it seems like. So it's unhinged in kind of a self-aware way, and it makes itself entertaining. I'm actually digging the story so far, I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, as for starter Pokemon here, I think as a kid growing up, my go-to was always Squirtle. Later on, especially with Mega Evolution, the one that I would choose, like in Pokemon X and Y, for example, and I did for the Pokemon X and Y playthrough last year, was Charmander, because I think Mega Charizard X goes pretty hard in design. And Bulbasaur is the starter that I don't think I've chosen ever, honestly. That's a grass-type Pokemon Bulbasaur, so Bulbasaur's the one you want? It sure is! Reason why, I was trying to think of Florida-themed things, and it would have been really cool if there was like a Alolan Executor in this game. There isn't, but for another Palm Tree-ish, we could get Venusaur / Mega Venusaur. You better not let me down for thinking you're actually any fun. Show this Bulbasaur a wild world of new sights and experiences. And the thing that I spent the most time on before this stream was making a name for you. Let's see here. Bulbasaur. Boxes. Who's getting box? Am I all the way to box 8? No, I'm not. The hell? Why am I over to box 8? Here, I don't need 2 fire types. Also, what the heck? Why is this box 8? Just boop. Level 5! Oh, crap. I'm gonna need to super level you up, aren't I? Let's see here. Bulbasaur. How do you... It's summary, right? Change nickname. This is was. Okay. I have a name in mind. Sable. Spelled like that. And probably pronounced like that. Behold. It's the national tree of Florida, and it's a palm tree. There. That's what it is. You like what I did for the name there? My biggest concern with the name that I made is it looks almost like I wrote Saba, and the L just looks like it's decorative and not actually an L. Was my concern. I realized after I made it, but I was like, I don't really know how to solve that without taking away the tree part. So I took like a PNG of Mega Venusaur there, and I tried to model the tree looking something like that. Like the L of the text there. 2 Florida jokes and a Greek god. That's right. That's what we've got here so far. Using the same font for that, for Hecate, as I use for friggin' Assassin's Creed. Because I was like, oh yeah, that looks like, I don't know. Like it should, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I'm out of here. See you later. I got what I came for. So, yeah, we're sticking with the Florida theme here. So we've got a water starter and a grass starter here. But when I was looking up where you get the Kanto starters in this game, and I looked at like a short YouTube video that showed where to get them, the video that I had watched had said, like, oh yeah, you can choose any of them here. But if you choose Charmander or Squirtle, you can go and like exchange the frickin' mega shards, whatever the heck, whenever you want at some shop, or relatively whenever you want, whenever you unlock that. And you can get their Mega Stones whenever. Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y, or Mega Blastoise. You can redeem those Mega Shards and get those Mega Stones. But apparently, if you choose Bulbasaur specifically and want to Mega Evolve it, you don't get that Mega Stone from exchanging shards. Apparently, you only unlock it through, like, some Mega Venusaur raid, like, right towards the end of the main game, supposedly. When you can get all 3 of the other Kanto starter Mega Stones just in a normal exchange, but it specifically screws you for Bulbasaur. You know, the one that probably the least people are already choosing anyway. So I don't know why they said screw you to Bulbasaur fans. If that's true there. But don't worry, little buddy. We'll get you to Mega Evolve one of these days. Oh my god. We are now 1. But yeah, to see here. Like, maybe she's a cute, interesting character. You can say that about, like, a lot of the characters in this game. And my biggest complaint is just the law music is kind of mid to me. With few exceptions going so hard, it feels like it's from a different game. Yeah, that's how I've kind of felt about some of the music with this game so far as well. But yeah, Florida is doing his best critical cosplay. Yeah, today we're going through Paris, I guess. I mean, Everyone here just seems kind of, well, dead, I guess. More dead than that time I did a thing that sounds like an interesting metaphor. I don't know. Here, look at this. There's a colorful screw. Wow, it's a colorful screw. I used to watch Critical. I don't anymore. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, I did the battles that I needed, and I could go do the rank match, right? Can I do that when I just swapped out to a level 5 Pokemon, or am I gonna, like, super suck? Because there's a chance that I might super suck. Man, all the popping and stuff. Yeah, everyone popping in and just standing around in the same basic pose. Oh, there's people fading out and more people fading in. I don't understand what determines whether someone's unloaded or loaded in. Like, usually you unload things past a certain distance, but I thought you were holding a Pokemon at first. I mean, I guess you technically are, but, like, I forgot what I was saying. Am I too fast for you? Oh, I'm too fast for you. Kind of funny there. I watched a video recently that, what with, like, some of the Terra League stuff that's been coming out, I saw a recent video of someone showing, like, all the different versions of Legends Arceus over time, and it was actually really interesting to see, and apparently follow Pokemon were a thing in that game through most of its instances, and then it was, like, in the last year of production that they cut it for just static Pokemon, for whatever reason. Restaurant Lana, even though they had the implementation there, which is kind of crazy. Travel spot registered, Restaurant Lana. Wait, so do I have to fight my next opponent here? It's not you, is it? I literally take people from the job. Imagine you've been waiting here for like an hour because it's so booked, and finally you get up there because the guy's about to show you to your seat. Then all of a sudden some 10-year-old comes in like, I challenge you to a rank up match. And your waiter just has to go out into the middle of the restaurant and do a rank up match. And you're continuing to wait for like 20 minutes before you can even sit down. I'm an excellent waiter. I love collecting Pokemon as much as I love waiting tables. Maybe more. Do you understand? I'm saying I've collected all kinds of Pokemon, which means I'm strong. Knowing this, do you still wish to sample the pure power of my Pokemon? Sounds tasty. This game almost had ride Pokemon as well? Really? Also, I look at the Gen 10 stuff, and honestly, it makes me deep sigh because it looks way too ambitious than what the Pokemon dev cycle allows. Yeah, that's the concern. Like, it'd be really cool to have them have, like, a really ambitious project that they have, like, the time and resources to see through. But they just don't really. And what was that one recent Game Freak game that was unveiled at, like, the Xbox presentation thing, Bob? That actually looks, like, really, really good. That makes me think that, you know, maybe it's not a Game Freak thing. Maybe they can really cook if they have the time and resources. And it's more of, like, a Pokemon Company Nintendo thing for rushing them all the time. Maybe what it is, because that one actually looked not a Game Freak. I thought that there was a Game Freak game that was announced during the Xbox presentation there. Oh, saying that the ones at fault for the Pokemon games. I gotcha. At first I thought you were saying that specific game wasn't Game Freak. I gotcha there. Very worried about Gen 10. Yeah, so am I. May I present our main course for this evening, a promotion match. I can already taste victory. Bon appetit and good luck. Main course? Well, I'm starving. I could really use some food in this Florida tummy. I'll make it to the top of the ZA Royale. Just you wait and see. Once I'm rank A, I'm gonna make Restaurant Lana a 3-star establishment. Here we go. Well, let's see if I don't suck here. Rank W, Rintaro. I'm kind of sad that he didn't have a W name. Rintaro the waiter. I guess he's a waiter, which starts with W. So there is that going for the theming. Oh crap, I'm starting with a type this effect. Oh, I'm starting with Sable. Oh shit. Okay, we good. We good here. Like, we know Game Freak can cook, but it's clearly the demands of Pokemon ruin these releases. Yeah, that's very much what I'm thinking here. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, didn't Mythic say during the last stream that he, like, redeemed name a Pokemon and said the next Pokemon's gonna be named X? And now I forget what that is. Oh crap. It might be in my redeems. Mythic's probably here right now. Stop. Whoa. Yikes. Please don't continue having grass-type Pokemon. Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, that's perfect here. Never bought Scarlet or Violet or BDSP, and I have some skepticism for this game. But I am getting increasingly interested. Likely buy Zia on retail sale when DLC eventually gets a game card release. Yeah, that's fair enough there. Did I miss my first Thunder Shot? Probably did, didn't I? Oh, I should have charged. I don't know if I'm going to get one off, am I? No! Crap! Crap, 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 crap. It gives me a lot of time to switch, it looks like. But yeah, that is definitely more than fair enough there. Look, I'll resist things. It's fine. How dare you? Just do this in the meantime, I guess. May as well. Scarlet and Violet were the Sonic 06 of Pokemon with how it shattered the public image of the game. It really was. That really is not an exaggeration. But, I mean, Pokemon, what with being like the super massive brand that it is. No, can't let my dream end here. I will have my 3-star restaurant. It's gonna have like such a massive casual player base that it's not like the sales of their games are ever gonna be bad. Especially if the it's not like they're ever gonna be losing money on their games if the supposed leaked budgets with the Terra leak or anything to go by. But Scarlet Violet basically Spyro ETD back in 2002. I don't actually know what. Spyro ETD is there. I'm matching X. It's not opening my menu. Damn it. This is fine. Don't worry about it. Enter the Dragon. Okay, I don't know enough about Spyro games, I guess. I would have played, like, you know, I would have played it once at, like, a friend's house in elementary school back when. Something or other. Boop, there we go. It's fine. Enter the Dragonfly. Basically killed the Spyro franchise. Oh, jeez. Yeah, if Pokemon was a struggling franchise, Scarlet and Violet would have absolutely been the death of it. With, like, the reputation destroying part of it. Hey, look, there's that one guy with the same animation from Scarlet and Violet. You know, those guys that went back and forth like that, and they just shifted like that with their feet, you know, weird, or no, they rotated like that. They changed it to the shift in the DLC. I imagine they shift in this game, but there's a railing blocking that guy, so I can't tell. The harmonious flavors of my trio are so perfect, and yet do not use the word harmonia in vain. I bought a variety of evolution stones to form a well-balanced team, yet we were overpowered. In any case, it's incredible that you could dodge my treasured Pokemon trio's mix of moves. Your victory is confirmed. Congratulations, now processing your promotion. V. For Viagra. You've been promoted to rank V. Why is that person? Oh my god. Why are the people behind me like freaking Danny Phantom? It can't even properly load people that close. What? Do you know what I honestly think it is? I think that during their animation, there's gotta be something going on with their arm or something like that, where it's getting close enough to the pillar or the railing, where the game counts their model as like hidden enough that it should like unload the model in general. But then they get to a part of their animation loop that's no longer the case, and then they spawn back in. That'd be my guess about what the heck is going on there. But this is a cutscene, man. Like, I don't think it's render distance per se, because the game clearly loads people that are much further than that. But this game just does something really, really weird in how it decides to render people. Like, the previous Switch Pokemon games have had really weird render distance things. But, you know, they're like, look at the person on the right there. I'm pretty sure that's farther from my model than these guys are. So it's not as distance-based as the previous games. I don't know. They base it off of, like, an internal Magikarp coin flip or something like that. I don't know. ETD was so bad that there was a documentary based around it, and it caused a lot of drama in the game studio. Really? Even had the same decrease in quality that preceded the release of Sonic 06? Jeez. Feel free to visit our fine establishment again and enjoy a nice meal. I look forward to serving you. Main mission 8, reaching rank V. Here we go.